Hi, good morning. It's Saturday, April 11th. This will be your energy for the week starting tomorrow, Sunday the 12th, through next Saturday the 18th. This might be a combo pack like I did last week with some additional information from meditation this week. We'll see how time goes. First thing I want to say is I was incredibly displeased, not at all happy or excited that last week I mentioned in my video that Wednesday the 8th, somewhere around that midweek point, felt very uncomfortable and very heightened and had the sensing of like mass, unfortunate, unaliving kind of circumstances. And since Tuesday's not ceasefire took place, I had then seen it reported that Wednesday, in fact, ended up at that point being the highest number of unalivings in the WAR over there. I saw somewhere that Thursday may have ended up being even more. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but one way or another, that was not what I was hoping for. I would much rather be wrong. So getting into the energy for this week, I know I also mentioned last week that I had gotten the number, the date April 8th or 13th first. Then I got April 18th, and then I got that it felt more like probably like a two, and from this date to that date, and that still feels very much the same. Getting into what that feels like for this week coming up, to me, it feels like a spike on Monday the 13th, and then like a reprieve in the intensity through 14-15, and then kind of like a big curved upward hill 16, 17, 18. So now whether that means 14, 15 are actually calm or just calmer in respect to the spike and then the big bloop at the end of the week, I don't know. Strangely enough, yesterday and today, I actually feel reasonably settled, much more so than the last like 3 or 4 weeks, to be honest, because that has felt wildly intense for me. So I feel almost a little preparatory calm. I had a sense in meditation this morning, checking into the week, that felt like shocking. Something newsworthy that feels shocking. Now, dependent on your perspective, is the shocking good? Oh, like, yay, shocking, or, ooh, I don't like that kind of shocking? It probably depends on the person receiving the news. But there is something that feels shocking coming up. Aside from that, I don't know how, I'm just going to put this out here. I know that I was very invested in the Artemis mission. Like, I'm a space nerd and have been my entire life, so it was very exciting for me. But I had a flash of an image that looked like the moon eclipse that they had shown. It was kind of off to the side and just like a portion of it with the glow of the sunlight around it, the corona around it. Nothing behind it, but just that with the word celestial event. Now, I'm aware that some point this week, I don't remember which date or dates, that like everything in the world, everything in the solar system is in Aries. So I'm aware of that. I don't think it's like some sort of planetary parade that I'm not, wasn't already aware of. Now, whether that my brain thinking now that I'm out of meditation is that like we get more of these like kind of surprise meteor shower circumstances like we had a few weeks ago. Is there something else that comes up that we didn't know or expect, or it's not like in the news yet? We'll have to see. But I did have that flash image. That image is probably just symbolic for me to have a combined understanding, but the words celestial event. Let me check my notes and see what else. Okay, the combined things from other points. All the way last year in May, I woke up in the middle of the night from a dream that seems to, I don't frequently, like almost rarely get something in a dream that turns out to be like premonition, precog kind of circumstance. But apparently I did last May, because now this news is breaking about Swalwell. And I'm going to clip a voice memo that I had sent to a friend last May when I had this dream.
I had a weird dream last night that I'm hoping is just some sort of weird symbolic something or other, and not, not a premonition thing, because the first part of the dream that I can remember was that I was having some sort of meeting for the first time with Eric Swalwell. And the meeting it was business-based, professionally based. I have no idea what we were meeting about. I cannot in any way, shape, or form recall that. At some point while we were meeting, there was a moment of like catching each other's eyes and feeling like his gaze lingered a little too long, kind of thing. And so kind of like brushed it off, kept going, kept talking, and we were like sitting down at a table in some sort of building. I would almost want to say maybe like a hotelish that had like conference room kind of thing, but I'm not certain. Like I don't remember what that part looked like. I just remember sitting at a table, going over paperwork with him. But the other parts of the dream make me think that it could have been something like that, like in a downtown hotel kind of thing. But at one point, we were sitting like like a little square table on like opposite, like not opposed from each other, but like 90-degree angle from each other. So like right around the corner, kind of sitting each other. And at one point he reached over and started like groping the side of my boob. And I just stopped everything and turned and looked at him, kind of with like surprise and disgust, and just didn't even speak and just stared at him. And he wasn't even looking at me. And at first, like he's talking the whole time as if we're going over business, and he's just groping. And
So anyway, you get the gist. So what I want to say is that understood investigations need to take place. The proper legal systems have to do their thing. However, should this end up being true and credible, we are of the opinion that men who are in power and abuse that power can fuck all the way off. So let's begin holding people accountable if that ends up truly being the case. The only other thing that I wanted to mention that happened in meditation this week is I got an uncomfortable sensing of that big, giant, super cold, frozen, large country over on the other side of the world, the R1. Something that felt like them, and I'm going to use this word, I don't necessarily mean physically speaking, okay, but like attacking the U.S. And again, I did not get any sense that would feel like, on our soil or that kind of thing. What I don't know is this like physically speaking, maybe in terms of, the conflict circumstance over on the other side of the world as well, or if this was like propaganda, symbolic, news behind it, like backstabbing, because, some people who are puppets / besties, whatever. So I did not get a sense of, in what way, but something where it was a pointed, directed action right at the U.S., again, whether physically or, verbally, I don't know. I didn't get that, but that's what I have for you for today. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a relaxed weekend. This feels intense in this week coming up. I want to say whirlwind intense. Oh, I gotta chill. It feels up and down, big. Just ground, center, find your, notice things in your present moment so that you can kind of come back to your center, shut down and close and walk away from the news or social media when and if you need to regroup so that you can be better grounded and prepared when you do come back. We don't like to ignore the news around here, but we do want to make sure that we are in the right mental and emotional state to witness what's going on. So let me know how you're all feeling. Talk soon.